Rest of the forecast coming up after morning headlines. Good Morning Erie starts now.
From your news leader.
It's Monday morning and the search for answers continues after the body of a man is pulled from the waters of Lake Erie. Plus, a violent crash and fire stops traffic on Interstate 90 and claims the life of one person. We'll take you to that scene. And they say true love lasts forever, and one local couple is proving it.
Live in high definition from your news leader, this is Jet 24 Good Morning Erie.
Good morning, Erie. It is Monday. I'm Elena LaQuatra. Now, a very special couple in Erie is celebrating 70 years together. That's James and Joan Reagan.
Wonderful. They celebrate this weekend with family and friends. And, you know, you stay together that long, that really means something.
It sure does. We have video of them and all that story coming up in just a moment. We're beginning with continuing coverage this morning. Pennsylvania State Police are looking for answers into the cause of a man's death after a body was pulled from Lake Erie. According to police, the body of the 62-year-old man was found in the water behind a home in the 11,000 block of Old Lake Road in Northeast. Emergency crews were called to the location just before 2:30 Sunday afternoon. Witnesses saw the body floating in the water and brought the victim to shore. First responders attempted CPR but were unfortunately unsuccessful. State police have not released the identity of the man, but they say foul play is not suspected. Now to some news out of Crawford County. Fire investigators are looking for a cause to a fire that claimed the life of one woman. First responders were called to the 9,000 block of Springboro Road shortly before midnight Saturday for reports of a trailer fire with a person trapped. After the fire was extinguished, firefighters discovered the body of Janice Munch in the mobile home. Pennsylvania State Police and the Crawford County coroner were called to the scene to investigate. Now turning to some news out of Ashtabula County, a fiery crash along Interstate 90 has claimed at least one life. At this time, around 2 o'clock Sunday afternoon, a tractor trailer collided head-on with a car on eastbound I-90 between the Ashtabula exit and the Kingsville exit. The tractor trailer caught fire. Our ABC affiliate in Cleveland reports that one person died in the accident. I-90 was blocked eastbound and traffic westbound was down to a crawl while crews were on the scene. Ohio State Police are continuing their investigation at this time. On a sweltering day in downtown Erie, dozens of protesters gathered in Perry Square to stand up for immigrant families. Jose Rodriguez is a DACA recipient. His mother brought him to the U.S. for life-saving medical treatment when he was just 5 years old. He is speaking out for the sake of thousands of immigrant families living in limbo.
Lives are on the line. You know, we just saw last week in Ohio, 120 families were torn apart. We have 90 kids that don't have parents anymore. Fight for them. Fight for the children.
While it remains unclear how the situation will pan out, demonstrators are urging people to get out and vote and make their voices heard. Two teens allegedly involved in a violent attack are expected to appear in court for a preliminary hearing today. 17-year-old Marion Smith and 17-year-old Keemon Turner are facing charges, including attempted homicide, 2 counts of aggravated assault, and robbery. Smith is accused of shooting a 39-year-old man in the abdomen during a home invasion that happened in the 600 block of East 4th Street on May 7th. The preliminary hearing for Smith and Turner is set for 2 o'clock this afternoon in front of District Judge Suzanne Mack. Pennsylvania attorney Josh Shapiro is headed to court today. He's continuing to press for the release of grand jury testimony into sexual assaults in 7 Pennsylvania dioceses, that's including Erie. Shapiro saying he disagrees with the recent court ruling that prevented the release of those transcripts. The courts agreed to review the testimony on the grounds that the reputations of innocent people who haven't been charged could be tarnished. Shapiro is arguing that the stories of the victims deserve to be told. Now, PennDOT wants to hear from you before work begins on other projects in the region. The first is a bridge that crosses Hall's Run that's located in Girard Township on South Creek Road. The next bridge in question is the Falls Road Bridge. That bridge is located in Franklin Township. And you can check out the work to happen on Moore Road Bridge that's north of Mill Village. All of these plans can be found at the township buildings where these bridges are located. Plans will be available for you to check out starting today. The projects are expected to start next summer, and each one will take about 3 months to complete. You can always head over to yourerie.com to find out where and when you can review these projects and share your thoughts with officials. You'll also find today's poll question there. We want to know, how much has road construction affected you so far this year? That question will be posted all day. Head over to yourerie.com and vote. Then be sure you tune in tomorrow to see how your answer compares with everyone else. With the holiday right around the corner, it's important to keep your pet safe during fireworks, and there will be a lot of them over the next few days. Saida Abbas reports.
Eric Duckett, the humane police officer at Anna Shelter, says pets face high levels of anxiety during fireworks.
If your dog is outside, it doesn't really matter if your dog is on a chain or however you have it. You could be walking your dog on a leash. I would keep your dog under control in the house during any kind of fireworks.
Shooting fireworks of any kind, including sparklers or fountain, in front of your pet is not encouraged. Experts say make sure your pet has an identification tag in case it runs off during a fireworks display. The Thunderworks vest is becoming more and more popular in calming pets down during fireworks and thunderstorms.
So we have like little life vests that people have been coming in to get just to help with their safety, and especially with our Thunderworks. It's a big thing, especially with fireworks. Dogs get scared. It's natural. And these will be a great aspect in assisting.
Ruth Thompson, founder of the Anna Shelter, says people should avoid bringing their pets to a fireworks display, even a small one.
Some people actually can get sedatives. They sedate their dogs during those things. But yeah, I mean, don't rely on like a screen door or a screen window. If your dog has that kind of anxiety with those noises, don't rely on that to keep them in. They will get out, and dogs are fight or flight, and if they are afraid, they're going to run. Keeping
them in a kennel or crate is also suggested to keep our furry family members away from the noise. Saida Abbas, Jet 24 Action News.
Let's turn to some good news now. Imagine swimming across Lake Erie in one day. Well, one man did just that Sunday night. Tom Minnock became the 20th person to successfully swim Lake Erie. The Lake Erie Open Water Swim Association organized the event. Minnock earned the record for being the most mature person to finish the swim at age 54. This after nearly a year of preparation.
It was great to have swam that far and had all the support I had. And then come to see all these folks here waiting for me. It was just unbelievable.
3 other people will be attempting to swim the lake throughout the summer. It was a hot weekend, and a lot of you beat the heat by going to the beach. The beaches along Presque Isle State Park were packed Saturday with many parking lots at capacity. Park rangers report that the park saw more than 38,000 visitors on Saturday alone. Now the sweetest story. They say true love lasts forever, and one local couple is a great example. James and Joan Reagan have now been married for 70 years. They celebrated at the Stiebenberger Club this weekend. They are high school sweethearts that met during a school dance, and their secret to a long marriage?
Doing everything half and half, making sure we do a lot of communication, a lot of talking, a lot of ups and downs in life.
The couple has 4 children, 8 grandchildren, and 9 great-grandchildren. The anniversary brought out about 80 family and friends. In the meantime, the Anna Shelter is celebrating 14 years in business. Right now, there are 103 cats and 68 dogs in the shelter. 6,000 animals a year are rescued with the help of the Anna Shelter.
I remember literally the first day that we opened to the public. So, yeah, I mean, it's kind of an overwhelming feeling, because even though 14 years isn't really long to places that have been around for 100 years, just the impact that we've made, the support of the community has just blown me away.
Their newest shelter recently opened on West 26th Street. The time now is 5:10. Does your house need a fresh coat of paint? Coming up on Good Morning Erie, if you're looking to improve your home, there are some things to keep in mind before you break out the brushes. Stay with us.
From your news leader, you're watching Tracy Tudo, meteorologist Tom DeVecchio, and Craig Smiley with sports. This is Jet 24 Good Morning Erie.
Two bulls were fighting. Bam, hit the truck.
I could feel the barbed wire just digging into the paint.
Another ding, another scratch. It'll just be another chapter in the story.
Chevy Silverado, the most dependable, longest-lasting, full-size pickups on the road. Qualified lessees with a current eligible GM lease can get this Silverado All-Star for around $249 a month, or get 18% of MSRP cash back on all Silverado 1500 Crew Cab LT pickups. See your Northwest PA Chevy dealers.
LeafGuard of Lake Erie has been serving customers in Erie, Crawford, Mercer, Venango, and Warren counties for over 20 years. Take a look at the seamless LeafGuard gutter system. The water goes in, the leaves and other debris stay out. And only with LeafGuard gutters do you get a lifetime no-clog guarantee. LeafGuard of Lake Erie also specializes in standard gutters, gutter covers, soffit, fascia, and heated gutter systems. Call 898-8517 or visit us at leafguardoflakeerie.com.
Check out these offers at Denver Mattress. Get your choice of a free 50-inch LED TV or a $300 Furniture Row gift certificate with any purchase of $19.99 or more. Hurry into Denver Mattress today, your Tempur-Pedic elite retailer.
From Jet 24, here's meteorologist Tom DeVecchio, your weather authority.
Checking things out on our SkyCam network here. Here's the Erie Auto Credit SkyCam, this one out of Meadville. And we have partly cloudy skies in the Meadville area right now. It's another warm and humid start to the day. Of course, hot conditions over the weekend. We set a record high, low 90s yesterday. I believe 93, might have been 94. Temperature we haven't seen in a while here. Live pinpoint Doppler showing a few isolated showers here in the Mercer area and out toward Venango Township. And a few embedded downpours could be possible with this little upper level waves. We may finally get a little bit of rainfall for some of you early this morning, but the majority of you will just stay dry for the day. And the buoys at this time, we're finding waves generally around 1 foot, not too bad. Keep your eye to the sky this morning. There may be some of those isolated storms coming through over the next hour or two. Southwest winds 10 to 15, and at the bay with hot temperatures, the water temperature has moved up to 76. We have no delays or cancellations at the airport for any incoming or outgoing flights, and temperatures right now warm everywhere. Looking at temperatures, 78 in Erie. Got your temperature there in Mill Creek, Kim, at 79. 75 at Penn State, Barron Summit, Judy at 72. At the Borough, 70. 74 in Albion. Farther inland, we have low 70s, Westmead, Conneaut Lake, and Linesville. Gary and Saybrook, a little cooler out there. A little more comfortable at 63. Dew points are soupy. We have a lot of moisture in the air, and we may have just enough of a push here with this warm, moist air and a little bit of heating to give us another very warm one today, along with the possibility of some of those isolated storms. On the lake, again, watch for storms today. Otherwise, southwest winds 5 to 15. Shifting to west late in the day, waves would be 2 feet or less. Water temp is up to 68. So humid. Chance of a few showers and storms this morning. Scattered showers and storms midday into the afternoon. High temperatures in the upper 80s to near 90. And from your weather authority, we're looking at chance of scattered thunderstorms early Tuesday and into July 4th. You can see tomorrow we may get a bit of a reprieve with a northeast wind, but then we're back to near 90 Wednesday and Thursday. Get the latest updates anytime by heading to our website, yourerie.com, or check out the Your Erie To Go app.
All right, when you hear Northeast, you typically think of grapes, but there's another fruit that also brings people to the area.
Last week, we took a look at a cherry crop, and it was the topic of our daily YourErie.com poll question.
We asked, what's your favorite way to enjoy cherries?
Here are the results. 47% said in a pie, 7% in other baked goods, 5% said in a smoothie or a drink, 2% said on top of ice cream, remaining 39% said any other way.
Endless uses for cherries.
Love it. Love it.
All right, now it's time for trivia this morning. In this half hour, we are quizzing Tom. So, Tom, what is the most common ending for a city, town, village, or hamlet in England? Your choices are A, ton, B, burg or burg, C, ford, or D, field.
Very interesting question. I'm going to looking forward to this answer because I have no idea.
All right.
I'll have to think of all the towns that I know out there I remember and go from there. Funny, there's no done, so I guess London is not a very, I guess D-O-N is not a very common name.
D-O-N is not an option.
We'll figure it out.
Choice for you. Tom will take a guess at that in the next half hour. In the meantime, does your house need a new paint job? 16% of recently surveyed Angie's List members says that theirs does.
Before you break out the brushes, though, you need to see today's Angie's List report with Dave Belmondo.
Interior painting is one of the cheapest and easiest way to change the look of your home. Outside, well, it's not that cheap or easy. Think thousands versus hundreds.
When getting your estimate on exterior painting, be sure to ask the painters what type of process they're going to use. If they plan to spray the home, it's going to use more paint. If they're going to roll it, it'll likely take longer. This will allow you to compare apples to apples when comparing estimates.
Angie says not to bother with a company that wants to give you an estimate over the phone. Get at least 3 reputable companies that'll come to your home who will provide a thorough estimate and tell you who's actually doing the work. Another question to ask is how they'll get the paint on the house. Some people prefer brushing and rolling over standard spraying.
As long as the spray application is back brush and back rolled and the paint's applied at the correct thickness, it's really no different than the brush and roll application only.
Regardless of the application method, professional painters say paint quality is key and that a premium product is well worth the cost. Applied correctly, you may not have to paint again for 12 years. If you live in an older home, there's a safety issue to be aware of.
If your home was built before 1978, it is possible that your home has lead paint, and there are federal regulations about proper procedures to be used when painting your home. When you're hiring a painter and they don't bring up these regulations, you should get another painter.
David Belmondo, Jet 24 Action News.
It's time now for another Social 24.
Today, a baby boom sets a record, and a man breaks another record for kids in need.
Plus, you can now get soccer star Cristiano Ronaldo's face as a pizza topping. That's right, a restaurant in St. Petersburg is making pizza featuring the faces of Ronaldo and others. The shop combines the chef's love for food and soccer, of course. The pizzas aren't easy to make, though, taking about 2 hours to stencil and cut the faces of the players into the cheese. Being Russian, the chef is rooting for his home country, vowing to cook a pizza with the face of each member of the national team if they win the tournament. Now, that is talent.
Very good indeed. Well, an Illinois man may have broken the world record for planking. George Hood planked for 10 hours and 10 minutes Friday in Downers Grove, just outside of Chicago. Plank is where you hold your body just by using your elbows and your feet. It definitely develops core strength. It needs to be verified, but Hood reportedly beat the old record by 2 hours, and it's all for a good cause. He was raising money to help children who have been exposed to violence. Let me tell you, it is not easy.
I can't even plank for 10 seconds, let alone 10 hours.
That is rough. Good for him, though.
That's incredible, and a great cause, too. Oh, baby, that's what Baylor Medical Center is saying after quite a busy couple of days in labor and delivery. Get this, 48 babies were born there in less than 2 days, 41 hours to be exact. The hospital was prepared, though. They brought in the staff, They ordered pizza for everyone. Now this crop of babies beats a record set just a few days ago at Baylor University Medical Center in Dallas. 42 babies were born in 48 hours there.
Wow.
Must be something in the water.
That is, yeah, something in the air, something somewhere, but hopefully all the babies are doing well.
So cute.
Very nice. Aww. How can you not love it?
How can you not?
Our time now is 5:20. The current temperature is a very warm 79.
We'll be right back.
Hurt in an accident? Call my law firm now. We'll investigate your case, collect valuable evidence, and interview witnesses before they disappear. Time is critical. For a free consultation, call 1-800-94-EDGAR. And remember, there's never a fee unless we get money for you.
American industry needs American welders. Join this high-demand field. Earn your diploma in 30 weeks with hands-on training at Precision Manufacturing Institute. Gas welding, arc welding, pipe welding. Get specialized training with small class sizes taught by knowledgeable instructors. Classes start soon. For more information or to schedule a tour, call or visit us online at gopmi.org. PMI, we're manufacturing solutions.
Don't miss the Erie bra burning sale now in progress. Bring us your worn, your torn, your most despised bras and save 15% off new bras throughout the month of July. Try on the fabulous cami bras, tops, and bathing suits that everyone's talking about. Enjoy 20% savings on all our gorgeous swimwear. Erie, defying gravity since 2004 in Village West in Erie.
Whether it's a car, pickup, or motorcycle, they're no match for a big rig. That's why victims of truck crashes suffer terrible injuries. We've helped thousands of people injured in truck accidents. Experience matters. Call 1-800-9-EDGAR.
Throughout our community, there are good kids doing super acts of kindness, and they deserve to be recognized.
When you see a good kid doing something super, let us know.
I was able to help people who are less fortunate than me. I feel like it's going to make a lot of people happy and smile.
Nominate your good kid on the contest page at yourerie.com. Good Kid, Mondays during Jet 24 Action News at 6. Brought to you by Superstore Joe and Auto Express Kia. From Jet 24, here's meteorologist Tom DeVecchio, your weather authority.
And checking things out on the Jamestown Mattress Sky Cam, some patchy clouds now out in the distance here and a muggy start to the day. We have a few showers off toward the south here, picking it up on our live pinpoint Dopplers, only live local Doppler. You can see a few showers coming up, mainly through Venango County and Mercer County as well. Now, occasional downpours here, but they're isolated, so don't be surprised if you get a little bit of a shower activity, mainly east of I-79 if it does happen over the next couple of hours. Otherwise, a warm one for today. Downtown Erie, Mill Creek, both at 78. We have pretty solid 70s across all of Erie and Crawford County. So head toward Saybrook, though, Gary, a little cooler in these 60s. We have soupy air today, and we have that little impulse that's coming up across the region, coming up through the well, we're just getting all sorts of movement here. Here we go. Okay, satellite radar composite here. We have a little bit of a wave right here. It's kind of nebulous, hard to pick up, but it is setting off a few showers, slowly drifting toward the north ahead of this frontal system. And again, that will be the focus of possible storms through the day. First early this morning that you're seeing, but as we head on into the afternoon with the heating and all that humidity. Now, not expecting severe here, but we're going to have some very warm temperatures well into the upper 80s to near 90. Could hit the century mark out toward Philly. And any rain that does fall, a few of them could have some really good downpours, so watch for that. Out on the lake, want to keep your eye on the sky as well. Otherwise, wind southwest to west at 5 to 15 knots. Waves would be 2 feet or less, water temp at 68. So humid for today, scattered showers and some storms. Temperatures upper 80s to near 90 degrees. And from your weather authority, northeast wind tomorrow may give us a little reprieve from the heat, but then we're back up to near 90 for July 4th. I think we'll be okay for most of you for the fireworks, something we'll have to watch. And chance of storms again Thursday. Better chances as we head toward Friday.
Thank you, Tom. June was Pride Month for those in the LGBTQ community, with festivities taking place in cities across the globe and here in Erie. Kristen Nielsen was downtown for Erie's Pride Fest and Parade.
For the last 24 years, Erie's Pride Fest has kicked off with a parade from the Zone Dance Club, also known as Erie's Gay Bar, and continues downtown to Pride Fest, which typically takes place at Perry Square. As those marching in the parade gather, the excitement builds.
I'm really happy right now, I guess. It's just it's a very accepting environment, so it's just really nice.
17-year-old Caitlin Howe came from Ashtabula, Ohio for this year's Pride Fest. She's never been to an event like this before, but says she believes it's important to get involved.
I think it just helps to raise awareness, and we're all human here, and it just shows different people of different ethnicities and ages can all come together and just share this kind of bond with each other.
With this, it's just important for us to come out, show that we're here. I don't think anybody quite realizes the size of the LGBT community in Erie.
In recent years, the numbers here have exploded.
And those who organize the parade and the Pride Fest say they're happy that the turnout continues to grow.
It's great. When I first got involved with the organization about 5 years ago, we averaged about 100 people and 300 people attending the festival. Last year, we probably had about 300 people in the parade and over 1,000 people at the festival.
This year, the number of people marching is near 600, including our own Mayor Schember, who has taken steps to show the LGBT community in Erie that the city accepts them wholeheartedly. In downtown Erie, Kristen Nielsen, Jet 24 Action News.
Another walk to tell you about, but this walk involved just one man carrying the American flag. Carrick Caldwell decided to take a walk on this hottest day of the year from Waterford to Erie and took Old Glory along with him. Caldwell says he's been doing this for a couple of years around the 4th of July to show his patriotism.
This is the greatest nation in the world. We got every reason to be proud of what we've done, what we've accomplished over time. We've made our mistakes, but so has everybody.
Caldwell says he plans on making this an annual walk around the 4th of July holiday. Now, Facebook is admitting it gave dozens of tech companies special access to user data, despite a promise that such access was being limited. Candace Gibson and Maggie Ruley have your Tech Bites.
In today's Tech Bites, a big admission from Facebook. The company says it has provided users' data to dozens of tech companies.
That's despite publicly saying it was restricting such access 3 years ago. The admission was made in new company documents given to Congress. Facebook also says that it's ended most of those sharing agreements.
Instagram is now offering Instagram Lite. It can be used to perform most of the functions in the main app, including posting photos and adding filters.
But you can't use it to share videos or send direct messages to friends. And finally, a new device that tells you when you might be getting a little ripe.
So the Tanita ES100 uses a smell sensor, and it takes about 10 seconds to measure if any of your body parts may be offensive. It just went on sale in Japan, costing $125.
Think you need it?
I'm pretty sure.
I'll do it for you.
Little
You're
right?
good.
Those are your Tech Bites.
Tech Bites, sponsored by Allstate.
And now for the rings.
And we're gonna get married. Going to the chapel and we're...
I'm a 4-year-old ring bearer with a bad habit of swallowing stuff. I still won't eat my broccoli, though. And if you don't have the right coverage, you could be paying for that pricey love band yourself. So get an Allstate agent and be better protected from mayhem like me. Can a ring bearer get a snack around here?
Over the last 24 hours, you've finished preparing him for college. In 24 hours, you'll send him off thinking you've done everything for his well-being. But meningitis B progresses quickly and can be fatal, sometimes within 24 hours. While meningitis B is uncommon, about 1 in 10 infected will die. Like millions of others, your teen may not be vaccinated against meningitis B. Meningitis B strikes quickly. Be quick to talk to your teen's doctor about a meningitis B vaccine.
It's that time in the 2018 season fueled by Quick Fill to raise a glass for the Midsummer Wine Festival at Lake Erie Speedway. Saturday, July 14th, enjoy live music, food and craft vendors, a car show, and wine from the best wineries in Pennsylvania. Tickets are $20 day of or $15 in advance at Northwest Bank and include admission, sampling for those 21 and older, and a commemorative glass. The Midsummer Wine Festival at Lake Erie Speedway, Saturday, July 14th. Sponsored by Jet 24, Fox 66, and YourErie.com.
The Bachelor's Kristen Whitney takes another chance at love.
I've never been more ready to meet someone.
As one man searches for his soulmate. Could this be a match made in just 1 hour?
Two people who have yet to meet will trust fate.
The Proposal, all new tonight on ABC.
24, your weather authority. This is your forecast first.
It's still muggy out there, humid, and it's 5:30 on this Monday morning. Hopefully you're staying cool after a very hot weekend of record-setting temperatures. Right now we're still muggy, but fair skies right now, as you can see at Conneaut Lake 4 this morning. Live pinpoint Doppler showing a few isolated showers and maybe a downpour. This will primarily hit the mountain areas if they do, so don't be surprised to get some showers for early this morning. Otherwise, just muggy, 79 in Erie, 79 at 5:30 in the morning. And we're looking at partly to mostly sunny skies this morning. Chance of those isolated storms. Scattered showers and storms in the heat humidity for the afternoon. Highs in the upper 80s. Heat and humidity will continue for much of this week, and more details coming up later in the show. Good Morning Erie starts now.
From your news leader.
It's Monday morning, and the body of a man is pulled from the waters of Lake Erie, and now police are working to determine the cause of death. Plus, the investigation into what sparked a deadly fire in Crawford County is underway this morning. And it was a hot one this weekend. Many of you traveled to Presque Isle to beat the heat.
Live in high definition from your news leader. This is Jet 24. Good Morning Erie.
Good morning, Erie. It's Monday. I'm Elena LaQuatra. Now, temperatures this weekend. Woo! In the 90s, thousands of people were visiting Presque Isle to try to beat that heat.
Yes, we did. Broke the record yesterday in the low 90s. And I know I went Friday, and that's funny. The water temperature was 59. Boy, it was cold. I'm happy to see the water temperature now up to 68, so a little bit better. Still feeling good, but not as cold if you're going to beat the heat again for today.
Now, I think it's so surprising how this year we are just breaking all sorts of records. The snow record, the heat records,
cold records, and now heat records. It's been quite a year so far.
It certainly has.
And we're actually, I believe today is the halfway point of 2018. I believe July 2nd.
Okay.
This is like day 183 or something, so we're very close.
There you go.
I'm sure the second half will be just as interesting.
As long as we don't get all that 200 inches of snow again.
Agreed.
That can hold off this year. We have all sorts of stories about how people beat the heat this past weekend coming up in just a moment, but first we're beginning with some continuing coverage. The body of a man is pulled from Lake Erie and has police looking for the cause of death. According to police, the body of the 62-year-old man was found in the water behind a home in the 11,000 block of Old Lake Road in Northeast. Emergency crews were called to the location just before 2:30 Sunday afternoon. Witnesses saw the body floating in the water and brought the victim to shore. First responders attempted CPR, but they were unsuccessful. State police have not released the identity of the man, but they say foul play is not suspected. Now to some news out of Crawford County. Investigators are searching for the cause of a fire that claimed the life of a woman. First responders were called to the 9,000 block of Springboro Road shortly before midnight Saturday for reports of a trailer fire with a person trapped. After the fire was extinguished, firefighters discovered the body of Janice Munch in the mobile home. Pennsylvania State Police and the Crawford County coroner were called to the scene to investigate. Now to some news out of Ashtabula County. A fiery crash along Interstate 90 has claimed at least one life. Around 2 o'clock Sunday afternoon, a tractor-trailer collided head-on with a car on eastbound I-90 between the Ashtabula exit and the Kingsville exit. The tractor-trailer caught fire. Our ABC affiliate in Cleveland reports that one person died in this accident. I-90 was backed up eastbound and traffic westbound was down to a crawl while crews were on the scene. Ohio State Police are continuing their investigation. On a sweltering day in downtown Erie, dozens of protesters gathered in Perry Square to stand up for immigrant families. Jose Rodriguez is a DACA recipient. His mother brought him to the U.S. for life-saving medical treatment when he was just 5 years old. He is speaking out for the sake of thousands of immigrant families living in limbo.
People's lives are on the line. You know, we just saw last week in Ohio, 120 families were torn apart. We have 90 kids that don't have parents anymore. Fight for them. Fight for the children.
While it remains unclear how the situation will play out, demonstrators are urging people to get out and vote and make their voices heard. Two teens allegedly involved in a violent attack are expected to appear in court for a preliminary hearing. The 17-year-old Marion Smith and 17-year-old Keemon Turner, they're facing charges including attempted homicide, 2 counts of aggravated assault, and robbery. Smith is accused of shooting a 39-year-old man in the abdomen during a home invasion. That happened in the 600 block of East 4th Street on May 7th. The preliminary hearing for Smith and Turner is set for 2 o'clock this afternoon in front of District Judge Suzanne Mack. Pennsylvania Attorney General Josh Shapiro is continuing to press for the release of grand jury testimony into sexual assaults in 7 Pennsylvania dioceses, that's including Erie. Shapiro saying he disagrees with the recent court ruling that prevented the release of those transcripts. The court agrees to review the testimony on the grounds that the reputations of innocent people who haven't been charged could be tarnished. Shapiro is arguing that the stories of the victims deserve to be told. PennDOT wants to hear from you before beginning work on a number of projects in the region. The first is a bridge that crosses Hall's Run that's located in Girard Township on South Creek Road. The next bridge in question is the Falls Road Bridge. That bridge is located in Franklin Township. And you can check out work to happen on the Moore Road Bridge that's north of Mill Village. All of these plans can be found at the township buildings where these bridges are located. Plans will be available for you to check out starting today. The projects are expected to start next summer, each one taking about 3 months to complete. Of course, you can always go to yourerie.com to find out when and where you can review the projects and share your thoughts. One man spent all day Sunday swimming across Lake Erie. Once he made it to Freeport Beach in Northeast, he was met with cheers from his family, friends, and even strangers. Tara Braddock takes us there.
Imagine swimming across Lake Erie in one day. Well, Tom Minogue did just that Sunday night, earning the record of the most mature swimmer to finish the swim at age 54.
It was great to have swam that far and had all the support I had. And then come to see all these folks here waiting for me. It was just unbelievable.
Minogue has been preparing for the swim for nearly a year, and the Lake Erie Open Water Swim Association organized the event.
Never quit.
You never take it away from
So, can't quit.
Minogue started his swimming journey on the Canadian side of Lake Erie, and the finish line will be Freeport Beach in Northeast.
A lot of early mornings, early to bed, early up at 4 a.m., and hours and hours of swimming. But he takes it all in stride.
Karen Minogue says she was quite anxious waiting for her husband to make it across the lake, but she had faith in his hard work.
I know he knows his body and he knows what he's doing, so that gives me confidence.
A boat and kayak followed Minogue through his trek to make sure he was safe. Another swimmer joined him for the last leg to push him to the finish line. Tara Braddock, Jet 24 Action News.
It was quite a hot weekend, and a lot of you beat the heat by going to the beach. The beaches along Presque Isle State Park were packed Saturday with many parking lots at capacity. Park rangers report that the park saw more than 38,000 visitors on Saturday alone. And they say true love lasts forever. One local couple is a great example of that. James and Joan Reagan have been married for 70 years. Look how sweet they are. They celebrated at the Siebenberger Club this weekend. They were high school sweethearts, and they met during a school dance. The couple has 4 children, 8 grandchildren, and 9 great-grandchildren. In the meantime, the Anna Shelter is celebrating 14 years in business. Right now, there are 103 cats and 68 dogs in the shelter. 6,000 animals a year are rescued with the help of the Anna Shelter.
I remember literally the first day that we opened to the public. So, yeah, I mean, it's kind of an overwhelming feeling, because even though 14 years isn't really long to places that have been around for 100 years, just the impact that we've made, the support of the community has just blown me away.
Their newest wellness shelter recently opened on West 26th Street. This week's Made in America is sealed and ready to go. As David Belmondo explains, when it comes to packaging your shipping products, one business is proud to say it's made in America, made right here.
If it can be thermoformed, then that's what we do.
For the past 55 years, Minot Plastics have been manufacturing those plastic containers to ship your product.
So we do everything from clamshells, blisters, shipping trays.
Packaging for the pharmaceutical, health and beauty, and the automotive business, just to name a few. Now, chances are you've purchased products sealed in the thermoforming packaging. These are not made with plastic injection molding. This process starts with a roll of material that's either thin gauge, anywhere from 7 mils up to 3/16 of an inch thick.
It is a roll of material that's on the back of the machine. It comes through a bank of heaters. It gets kind of malleable from the heaters, goes into a mold, and the mold either pressure forms it or vacuum forms it. So the mold comes together, sucks all of the air out. That's what forms the part.
That part then goes into a cut die, cuts the part out, then it's inspected to make sure it's perfect. The 25 employees at Minot Plastics take pride in what they do.
Each and every person here takes great pride in coming to work and putting their best foot forward every day.
Quality control for us is huge because if the customers aren't happy and if our packaging isn't meeting their specs, then we don't have a business. To be able to build a small business in Erie community and have it made in America and know that our parts from Made in America get shipped nationwide is huge.
Made in America, Made Right Here is presented by Channel Lock. To nominate a local business you'd like to see featured, click on the news tab at yourerie.com.
The time now is 5:41. Going the extra mile is paying off for 2 athletes. Coming up on Good Morning Erie, the Special Olympic runners just made history and share their incredible story with us. Stay here.
From your news leader, you're watching Tracy Tudo, meteorologist Tom DeVecchio, and Craig Smiley with sports. This is Jet 24 Good Morning Erie.
Save up to an extra 20% off furniture and mattresses, or get 0% interest all the way to the year 2023. Plus, get a $50 gift card and incredible hot buys. The Stars and Stripes event, now through July 4th at John V. Schultz.
How do you become America's best-selling brand? By opening new doors to big possibilities with the first ever Ford EcoSport.
My niece Maria.
Hi. Perfection. By connecting drivers to what's important.
I love that.
And by protecting those who matter the most. That's Ford, America's best-selling brand.
Now, get into the brand new Ford EcoSport for as little as $179 a month. That's just $179 a month.
A Beauty Sleep Queen set, now only $4.98. Or choose a Tempur-Pedic starting at $1 a day. Plus, free same-day delivery. Get the best mattress deals during the Stars and Stripes event through July 4th at John V. Schultz.
Log on to yourerie.com every weekday to tell us what you think, and then see the results on the web and Good Morning Erie the next morning. Brought to you by Superstore Joe at Auto Express Kia.
We knew the day was coming. Tracy's off on maternity leave.
Well, it's been fun, but it's finally time.
Well, what about me?
I've got you covered.
And now Erie's Best News team is shaking things up a bit. Elena LaQuatra will be keeping you current on all your local happenings Monday and Tuesday, while David Belmondo will be filling you in on what you need to know Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday.
Don't worry, Tom. You're in good hands.
Weekday mornings on Good Morning Erie. Weather is brought to you by Superstore Joe at Off-Road Express.
Get out and play is more than a tagline to me. It's what I do. It's a passion. Helping a customer not only finding a machine, but finding the right machine that fits their needs. It's my job to not only give them a good deal, more than anything, give them a great experience here at Off-Road Express.
Ride home on a new Can-Am Spyder Roadster for only $12,900. Or get a new Can-Am Outlander 450 for only $49.99. Off-Road Express. Get out and play.
It's not just my job. I really enjoy helping others get out and play.
Jet 24, here's meteorologist Tom DeVecchio, your weather authority.
Welcome back. Here is the early version of the Ag Weather segment here, and the heat and humidity continue for today. This is our Channel Lock Sky Cam. This one, of course, out of Conneaut Lake. And We have some early morning people out there. Looks like they're fishing for this morning. They were over here about a half hour ago. Now they're flipped over to the other side. Maybe the fishing is better there. But the heat and humidity that we had over the weekend will continue for today. Now, live pinpoint Doppler showing a few isolated showers. A little upper level wave is coming in, setting off some of those isolated showers. Isolated the keyword here. Not much expected for this morning. But during the afternoon, that same wave is expected to set off some more scattered showers and storms. We're going to have a wide variability of rainfall for today. Temperatures right now already warm. 78 in Erie, Mill Creek, Larry and Lake City, 79, 72 in Summit. Even French Creek and Venango Township above 70 degrees. That's how warm it is. When the cold spots are warm, you know it is warm. Now, Woodcock Borough, John 71, 69 at Canada Lake, and lower 60s, cooler, less humid, or at least cooler for Saybrook and Chandler's Valley. You're probably not a whole lot less humid. Now, we have a lot of moisture in the air here, and with this upper level wave, that could help set off some of those storms. Winds mainly out of the southwest about 5 to 15. Here's Futurecast. See, for the morning, not much here, but then looks like a little lake breeze trying to kick in by midday and into the afternoon. So the lake shore area may get some storms early in the afternoon. You can see these pop-up storms here. Not severe, but some torrential downpours are possible, some of these through the early evening hours, and they quickly diminish after sunset. We get maybe a little reprieve from the heat tomorrow. Winds shift toward the northeast during the day, though we could still set off some showers and storms, but the heat comes right back in for Wednesday and Thursday. Ag Business of the Week for this half hour, Fennell Farms, Tiffany calling in, 77 degrees out her way in Harbor Creek there in Route 20. Fennell Farms, a proud member of your Erie County Farm Bureau, encouraging you to buy local ag, and they got a bunch there. You just can't beat it. Scattered storms for today could set off a quarter to maybe locally 1 inch if they do occur. Winds will be southwest, west 5 to 15. High temperatures in the upper 80s to near 90 across the whole region. And from your weather authority, scattered showers and storms tomorrow. Now, mid to upper 80s along the lakeshore with the wind off the lake, probably low 80s. And then you can see for July 4th and Thursday, back to near 90 degrees before we finally get some cooler conditions for Friday and Saturday.
Lots of hot weather coming up.
You got it.
All right, now we are testing you, Tom. It's time for Tom's trivia question. Here's a look at that question again. What is the most common ending for a city, town, village, or hamlet in England? So, Tom, your choices are A, ton, B, burg or burg. That's either just a G or a GH. C, ford, or D, field.
I'm going to go with burg. B. I'm going with B.
The answer is A.
Ton. Oh, so the Wellington
yes.
defeated Edinburgh. So, okay, well, I really thought it was Berg, but I see a lot of ton.
See, it's hard to guess them.
It is.
It really
is. But no London, no D-O-N, sorry.
Nope. Maybe tomorrow you'll have a little bit better luck. The joy and power of sports was on display as the Special Olympics USA Games kicked off on Sunday.
And two standout runners are paving the way for others to follow their footsteps.
Adrian Blanker caught up with them before the big race.
Go! Andy Bryant and Colleen Bryant aren't related by birth, but with the same last names and matching passion for running, this team is meant to be. Just look at all their medals.
I run 8 marathons.
I've done 30 marathons and 9 Bostons.
There you go, Colleen. Perfect. As training partners, they've racked up multiple accomplishments and haven't let autism be a hurdle.
There you go, Andy. They are incredible athletes. They're incredible runners, incredible people. We're anxious for the 3K and the 10K.
It's going to be really fun. It's a big event.
It's an organization they both have a long history with. For Andy, all the way back to when he was just 5 years old. But this year's games take on an even bigger meaning. The pair makes history as the first Special Olympics athletes to ever receive a sponsorship. Brooks Running Company is providing them guidance, training, and support.
Colleen and Andy, not only are they two of the best athletes in their events, but they come with a run happy and a glasses half full spirit.
Their lifelong commitment on the track paves the way for them to overcome challenges every day.
With his disability, that's one of the most difficult things, is being able to socially connect with people. And through running, he's able to socially connect.
Special Olympics, she's been very accepted, and everybody roots for each other.
As they inspire others and themselves.
Don't ever set a limit on these kids, because it's amazing. If they set their mind to it, what they can accomplish.
One stride at a time.
You guys like our TV stars now.
Yeah.
That was Adrian Bankert reporting. What a great organization.
Wonderful. And again, just another, just shows you again, disabilities, can not really hinder some people from going for their dreams.
Absolutely. I had the honor of going to the Special Olympics event over the winter up at Peak and Peak, and I was so amazed.
I was like, away.
I wanted to jump in there with them and start skiing. It looked like a blast.
Well
Great
done.
athletes.
Good job for them. Well, we're switching to basketball. LeBron James is leaving Cleveland. Probably no big surprise there. Mike Fenner has a story next in sports.
Don't go away.
Ready, set, let's roll. Ready, set, let's ride.
RAV4 is the best-selling SUV in America, fueled by legendary Toyota reliability. And with Toyota Safety Sense, all these advanced features come standard.
Pedal to the metal till the sun comes up.
Now lease a RAV for only $199 a month, or buy with 0% APR plus $750 toward your down payment, or take $2,000 cash back.
Ready, set, let's roll.
Toyota, let's go places.
Sometimes we make big investments, and then really bad decisions. Like buying a car and then filling it with just any old gasoline, instead of a top-tier gasoline that will take care of the engine. Keeping valves clean, deposits at bay, and emissions to a minimum. It was a big investment. Give it top-tier Citgo Tri-Clean TLC with gasoline from Country Fair.
The Bachelor's Kristen Whitney takes another chance at love.
I've never been more ready to meet someone.
As one man searches for his soulmate, could this be a match made in just 1 hour?
Two people who have yet to meet will trust fate.
The Proposal, all new tonight on ABC.
Stay tuned for the Team of the Week, brought to you by Superstore Joe at Off-Road Express. Get out and play.
I like working at Off-Road Express because I have a passion for this industry. My dad had three-wheelers. He would also take me to local motorcycle dealerships. Right there, it's where the passion began. That's why I enjoy taking care of customers that have the same passion as me.
Get a Kawasaki Mule 4x4 as low as $68.99 or a Kawasaki Vulcan as low as $54.99.
And I still ride every chance I get.
Off-Road Express. Get out and play.
From Jet 24, here's meteorologist Tom DeVecchio, your weather authority.
We have fair skies here in downtown Erie starting out the day. Boy, I hope you're able to stay cool this weekend as we set some records. Yesterday, low 93, 94. I always forget which one it was, but boy, both temperatures are hot for record highs here. And we do have some, again, fair skies, live pinpoint Doppler. Picking up, there's a little upper level wave moving out of Ohio, and that is setting off a few isolated showers here in the mountain areas, and even an embedded heavier downpour here and there. So east of I-79, for the next couple of hours, you may get hit with perhaps some of those showers. The lake should be okay. Buoy reports showing winds south to southwest about 10 to 15 at both, waves roughly around 1 foot. And if you're going to do some skiing in the bay, temperatures have gone up now. 76 degrees is the bay temperature. And we have very warm temperatures here in Erie County. It was 80 degrees in Erie, down to 78 now. 78 in Mill Creek, 79 Lake City, 71 now at Edinburgh. George Venango Township 73, Becky 72, Garriott and Albion 74, 71 in Woodcock Borough, Billicuddy Lake, same temperatures. A little cooler off toward the east where Chandler's Valley and Saybrook in the low 60s. We have a lot of juice in the air right now. And while we don't have a big trigger this morning, by the afternoon, a little lake breeze and just the heating of the day, a little more instability with that wave. You can see these pop-up showers and storms. It looks ominous, but most of these are just heavy downpours that quickly diminish as we head toward daybreak. So your forecast, humid, scattered showers and thunderstorms. A chance this morning east of I-79, becoming a little more prominent during the afternoon. Best chance here in Erie, probably around midday as the lake breeze kicks in. Temperatures will be in the upper 80s to near 90. And from your weather authority, scattered showers and storms Tuesday, maybe a little bit cooler, but back up to near 90 for July 4th and Thursday.
Welcome on in. It's time for Morning Sports. LeBron James has signed a 4-year contract to become the newest member of the Los Angeles Lakers. The Cavs star has officially parted ways with Cleveland, joining the Lakers on a 4-year, $154 million deal, according to Clutch Sports Group. The 4-time NBA MVP and 14-time All-Star departs Cleveland for the second time in his career after delivering the franchise's lone championship in 2016. James' 4-year deal in LA is the longest contract he's signed since his first departure from the Cavs, a 6-year deal he signed to play in Miami back in 2010. Reports also indicate that Spurs star Kawhi Leonard is the next major target for the Lakers as free agency kicked off yesterday. In hockey news, the Buffalo Sabres have traded former Erie Otter captain Ryan O'Reilly to St. Louis last night. Buffalo acquires 3 forwards, Taji Thompson, Patrick Berglund, and Vladimir Sobotka, along with a 2019 first-round pick and 2021 second-round pick. O'Reilly scored 24 goals and notched 61 points in 81 games this past season for Buffalo. The 27-year-old has scored 155 career NHL goals, all with the Sabres. Seawolves in Bowie for Game 3 of the series. How about Anand, the 5 millionth Seawolves fan to attend a game in franchise history, along with his wife Ashley. Also, the Rocky Grove State Championship baseball team recognized pregame at UPMC Park to the action. Rough night for Sandy Baez on the evening. Corbin Joseph takes in yard for the 1-0 lead in the first for the Bay Sox. Bottom of the frame, Daz Cameron goes opposite way for the solo home run to even the score. And the next batter is Josh Lester. He'll go to right field on the homer. Seawolves go up 2-1 early in this game, but like I said, tough night for Baez. Martin Cervenka says see ya on the 2-run blast going to left, and Bowie would blast 7 home runs on the evening, 11 home runs in the game in all, but Baez surrenders 8 runs, 4 homers, and 8 hits in just 2 1/3 innings of work in the start. Seawolves nearly pull off the rally, but they fall 12-10 is your final. To the majors, Indians taking on the Athletics in Oakland, and 7th inning here, Cleveland leading 3-1. Francisco Lindor cranking this offering for the 21st home run of the year. Indians with a 4-1 lead. 3 batters later, more success going yard. Edwin Encarnacion crushes this one for his 20th of the season. Cleveland a 5-1 lead at that point. The Tribe pile on 8 runs in the 8th, and Cleveland goes nuts for a 15-3 win over Oakland. Pirates taking on the Padres as we stay out west in San Diego. Top second, no count. Corey Dickerson hits off Tyson Ross for the solo shot as he goes deep to right. 6th of the season for Dickerson. Pirates with a 1-0 lead. Into the 5th, Pirates trailing 3-2. 2 outs, bases loaded. Colin Moran blasting the grand slam off of Ross's 8th homer of the season. Pittsburgh gets the win on Sunday afternoon. 7-5 is your final. Tigers trying to end their 11-game losing streak against Jay Happ, who has not lost since May 10th. 6-0 in his last 8 starts. Top of the 5th, bases loaded. 2 outs for Leonis Martin at the plate. Lays down the suicide squeeze. Happ falling down on the grounder. Nico Goodrum comes home to score and tie it at 1. The same inning here, Nick Castellanos, his 4th career grand slam, 13th homer of the year for the 5-1 lead. Detroit cruising past Toronto. 9-1 is your final. NASCAR taking us out to the Windy City, and it's Kyle Busch getting the better of Kyle Larson on the final lap. He is your winner at the Chicago race in NASCAR as we continue on here and take a look at our Off-Road Express Team of the Week, going to the USA Football Middle School All-Stars. Local 13-year-old standout Corey Weber will join the American All-Stars this week in Canton, Ohio. His first invite to a game of this magnitude, and for Weber, he's looking forward to showcasing what he can do for this week's Off-Road Express Team of the Week.
Everything is just, you get to play, represent the United States, and just play the way you've been playing.
Team of the Week is brought to you by Superstore Joe at Off-Road Express. Nominate your team on the contest page at yourerie.com. Get out and play.
That's it for Morning Sports. Back to you.
The time now is 5:58 and still ahead on Good Morning Erie, a heartwarming story from a local couple and a look at today's top local stories. It's all coming up right after the break.